Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about something which is actually pretty serious to do with Minecraft console because it is the community reaction to TU52. This is the most recent update that came out for Minecraft on the console, and usually when I upload my videos saying here's the update, here's what's in it, people are excited for the new features, or even when it's a bug fix, people understand that yeah, the game's going to be a little bit better now. But in this update's particular case, every single one of the top comments and every single one of the responses I've seen on Twitter and other places has just been like, so, but what's the deal with this? Where's the survival content? Why is there another minigame update when we really need that stuff? And it's something that I just see overwhelmingly a bunch of, even though they've mentioned very briefly that, oh yeah, something survival based is in the works. I think it's, a big disconnect between the console community and the console developers, and I want to kind of talk about maybe why that's why that is the case, how that could be fixed, and also talk about the next update in today's videos. Hopefully you all do enjoy it. You can like the video if you do, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like knowing about the future of Minecraft console, but also about the present, because I don't think this is a good time for Minecraft console. I think there is like a giant, just overwhelming like horde of people that are kind of upset with the direction the game has gone in right now, and you can see this in particular with some of these comments, like this one which says, when will we expect the next actual update for the game? As if these ones aren't actual updates, because that's how they see it. These aren't real updates, they're just kind of these mini updates, for mini games. There's stuff like, when will 4J release actual content? There's all these sorts of comments. One that's like, when's the next content update? All these people asking like when the next real update's coming for the game, because to most people playing the game, these aren't real updates in a way. Like, a mini game is a fun thing, but they want to see, most people are playing Minecraft for Minecraft. They're not playing Minecraft for mini games. That's a well-known fact, and I think that's the big kind of pushback. So when Glide came out, people were like, oh yeah, there's a mini game. Oh, and there's nothing else. It's been 3 or 4 months, but that's kind of fine, I guess. And then I think the kind of big pushing over the point edge that made everyone seem to hate this update is the fact that, oh yeah, there's a new update out, and although it's a bug fix, it's really mostly about these brand new Glide maps, which, by the way, not only is it a mini game update, but you have to pay for these maps, and that's fine. I think everyone understands that, yeah, you have to pay for things that have been developed and whatever, that's fine, but I think the fact that you have to pay for this new update makes people think, oh, so there's not updates for the game now in areas I like, and the updates that do come out I have to pay for. That's really how it feels to most people, and that's why I think when they release updates like this, they're like, oh yeah, there's DLC that just came out and that's kind of fun. I think they should release it alongside brand new content. This is what they've done with the texture packs and mashup packs in past, and I think it's what they need to do with these brand new minigame updates. If they're going to really update a minigame, update something in the main game. Make it so there's something that comes out with it, because then you can bring people back to Minecraft rather than saying, oh yeah, there's this new thing you can check out, or if you don't care about new minigames, well, I guess there's nothing there. And I think this is an issue that's made particularly worse by the fact that most people assume that there is going to be updates to Minecraft console. People bought Minecraft console knowing it would at some point catch up with PC. Whether that was wrong or right, you can argue, because they've got to pay for the development somehow. But where a lot of people think, oh yeah, well, there's going to be the 1.11 update at some point, as well as the 1.9 combat, as well as the 1.12 updates. They're all updates that are coming out at some point, right? And that's what most people assume, and that's why I think these things are that extra level of like, oh yeah, so instead of the update we want, we've got this update we don't want, and we have to pay for it. All those things combined, and that's why I think this update has had the most negative pushback of any update I've ever seen. Sometimes there's always people complaining about bug fixes because, oh, they want real stuff. That doesn't make much sense. There's always people complaining about mini games because, oh, they don't play mini games, whatever. You can't just take everything you don't play. But in this particular case, I think it's just a perfect storm of like, there's lots of features that people really want that they're not getting, and instead they're getting this thing that they can't get but they pay for. And I think that's the kind of big issue. So why is there this big issue? What could be fixed with? I think the only big problem is the fact that 4J Studios, as like a Twitter as an entity in general, generally aren't like the other Minecraft teams, and that they don't regularly tweet out what they're working on, because they are they're a company Twitter. It's not like an individual thing. It's like comparing it to the Mojang Twitter. Like, obviously they're not going to tweet about what they're working on, but the individual developers aren't saying stuff either, so you don't really know what they're working on until like, oh yeah, it's coming out in like a month or so. And I think that's the big kind of problem, because even though, in case you're curious, we have actually heard there is a survival update somewhere in the work. Let me play that clip. Let me play that clip now, actually, because you can see right here that according to Roger Carpenter, some survival update is in the works.
Yes, there are more plans for survival. Of course, there is. We're always. I mean, we've said this in many streams and many Minecons and stuff. We work on many layers of updates at a time. So we will keep working on them, but we don't release them until we're happy with them, that content. So yeah, when it's ready, we'll put stuff out.
So they confirmed just there that, yeah, there's something in the works and they'll put it out and they're ready. But the fact that only, whoever was watching that stream, like, let's call it 20, I think it was like 26 people. Like, there's only like that tiny fraction of the overall Minecraft community that knows that there is something survival-based worked on. I think that's the big problem, I think, in like a communication. I don't know how you'd fix that. Obviously, maybe 4J shouldn't tweet every week saying, oh, something's in the works. But I think every single time they're going to release an update like this, that isn't necessarily going to go down too well. Because again, bear in mind, according to the Minecraft Xbox One leaderboards, there's some number of millions of people who play play Minecraft the console. But if you check the scoreboards for, let's say, Dragon or Yeti for Time Attack, you can see how there is, total in the world. Let me get the exact number as of recording. There is only 7,290 people who have played the brand new Dragon map. That is less than 1%. It's a fraction of a percent of the community that have been able to enjoy this most recent update. And I think when you look at that, you can say, well, yeah, obviously that means that 99.5%, honestly, some of those people don't play who bought copies, but, let's say like 90+% of people just didn't get anything in this update. I think that's where the big kind of disconnect comes from. And I think that's maybe what should be fixed in the future, when these updates should either like come alongside something for survival, even if it's something small, just be like, by the way, now you can dye beds, and now there is this brand new thing, like, just take like a feature or two or something, because then you're at least saying that, yeah, there's something here, and there's something coming in the future, and people are kind of on that train, whereas right now, people have no idea what's coming next. Right now, we know there's going to be another map pack at some point, and that's just going to be more issues. Besides that, we have literally no idea what could be worked on. We've heard, rumors of realms, but is that coming this year? Who knows? We've heard, rumors of 1.11 and a survival update, but even, the most official source says, oh yeah, at some point. I think when you just hear all these things together, it's just like, oh, so there's not real stuff for me. And that's honestly the overwhelming reaction that I can see in everything that I read about this. And this is something that was an issue last year too. If you don't recall, there was too many games released in the first 8 months of the year, but there wasn't anything to do with survival or creative, which meant that a lot of people were like, yeah. In fact, this is something I saw with like friends of mine that are like, oh yeah, I don't actually want to play battle too much. Like I don't really care about the PvP aspect, or like, there was that sort of stuff where it's like, oh, so yeah, there's nothing here. And even though I love minigames myself, I really like playing them. You've seen me play a bunch of Glide recently. You'll see another Glide video in a couple of days or something. You'll see these Glide videos of me playing these minigames. I think they are a very niche thing for a very niche part of the community. And then when you add in the DLC on top of that, it's another tiny section that are buying them. And I think when you go to that level of like that's what people are focusing on, it's gonna create problems. Because even though I like the minigames, I think in general it's better to focus on the entire community rather than just on the small section that does want to play minigames and that does want to play this minigame and that does want to pay for the map pack and then also play this. Because I think that just makes more sense. Not only in terms of, oh yeah, then more people will be happy. I get that, obviously Microsoft, 4J, all these various different things, they're all businesses. They have to do this. But bear in mind, the less people that are playing Minecraft in general, because the less they care, that's the less skin packs that are going to be sold, the less texture packs, the less mashup packs. I think it is like a net loss overall to do this. So what is the solution? I think, like at someone, whenever they bring out an update, they should say, oh yeah, something is coming soon. Here's roughly what we mean by that. Like 3 months down the line, we want to add some Woodland Mansions maybe. Or, oh, we're working on this thing or that thing. Oh, Skywars and whatever it has to be that they announce is coming at some point soon. I think it'd be better than just this big abyss of nothing where like we expect some features, but we don't know when they're coming. And yeah, I think that's got to be the key solution, because again, it's better to have a lively game, both in terms of like, like pure revenue, because there's going to be more stuff coming in, but also in terms of like community happiness. And I think both those things should be more important than whatever's going on right now. That's my opinion on the state of Minecraft and TU52. I want to be entirely honest with all of you, but also honest with like 4J and Microsoft. I feel like like most people who are just being angry, that's not useful to anyone. That's not actually adding anything up. But I think maybe this is some constructive feedback. Maybe this could be addressed in some way, or who knows. I just wanted to throw it out there. Hopefully someone enjoyed it. Like if you did, share if you really liked it, and have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.